Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So for today, we are moving into deeper into Unit 2, Activity 3. Slides can be followed by this link here. We're going to read from slides 6 to 21 and then complete the assignment, Qualities of a Valuable Employee. So looking at the slides, which can be found under Content, we're going to go to slide 6, looking at qualities of a valuable employee. So the world of work is competitive no matter where you go, who you work for, if you're in a job or if you're in a career, whatever it is, especially when positions get either let go, companies downsize, maybe you're working in construction, for example, and you're getting into your slow season and people start getting laid off. But having qualities of a valuable employee, which this nice graphic here by Steve Stamper really shows the ways that you can keep that job even when other people are being let go. So starting off with character driven, this is looking at your integrity and recognizing that you are able to look at the difference between right and wrong and choose right over wrong when making the voice is difficult. You build rapport and you can communicate effectively with your coworkers and your employee, even if you do not like your coworkers. So even if you're like, man, Jimmy really grinds my gears and he drives me crazy, being able to being character driven can show that you're able to let go of personal connections or emotions you have towards Jimmy. And you're able to go, you know what, Jimmy might grind my gears, but we're here to get a job done. So let's set that aside and keep going. You can show empathy, and your employee, as an employee, you're an ambassador of the company, and what you do reflects not only on you, but also as the image of the company. So you're able to really show good character traits that the company wants potential employees in the community to see. Multi-skilled is looking at a variety of skills rather than being able to do one particular task. It means you can work in various areas of problem solving for a variety of problems, so you're able to get a lot of things done. And sometimes you can do those independently. You're versatile and adaptable, so you can be deployed in more than one way. So instead of just being the guy who's able to, let's say, swing a hammer, you're the guy who's able to swing a hammer, put up drywall, drive the skid steer, and you're able to have those multi-skilled roles. Being reliable, so you can be counted on to finish an assigned task, once again, independently or in a group. And the employer really appreciates that deadlines are met. So when teachers are telling you, like, oh, you need to get your stuff in because, in the real world, that's not how it works. This is true. This is called being reliable. When a deadline is being met, customers are satisfied, products are made correctly. This is showing skills of being reliable. So having due dates and deadlines in high school really is building on this quality for being a valuable employee early on before you're in the workforce. Positive. So being positive, having an optimistic approach means you can approach the problem with belief that you can find a solution. Positive attitudes coincides with resiliency. So being able to increase production and high employee morale. Being responsible. So one who not only completes the tasks assigned, but also you do the tasks to the best of your ability. You separate mistakes. You can still make mistakes, but you're able to separate them from others and that they acknowledge their mistakes, avoid blaming others, and seek ways to correct the errors so that you are not repeated. So you're able to say, yeah, I messed up, but next time I'm going to do A instead of B. Being proactive. So employees who are proactive are those who show initiative. When they finish a task, they do not stand around and wait to be given something else to do. They actively seek the next task. So going back to the idea of a construction guy on a construction site or a worker on a construction site. So you're told, hey, go dig this ditch. You go and dig the ditch, and you're not just standing there with a shovel waiting for the next task to be given to you. You dig the ditch, and your next step is to let maybe the finisher to come in with a different piece of equipment to finish off the ditch. They arrive at work ready to work, so you're not coming into work to disassociate and forget what you're doing and still get paid. You're filling their work hours being productive for the business. They are self-motivated, always looking for an innovative ways to contribute to well-being of the business. So you're always looking for ways to make yourself look good to your employer, and you're being proactive to get work done. You're dependable, not delulu. So you're able to arrive on time or are early so that you do not inconvenience anyone. And being early is not showing up like half an hour early or 45 minutes early. Maybe it's like 5-10 minutes early, but you arrive ready to work. If you miss work, it's for a legitimate reason, and you notify your employer so that others are not waiting and wondering why you have not arrived. So you don't do what is called a no call, no show. You actually show up for your shift, or you give ample notice as to why you're not going to be there. Dependable employees rarely miss work because they know what they put extra pressure on other employees to pick up the slack. This doesn't mean like always come to work even when like maybe you're like sick as a dog. No, you have to miss work for a legitimate reason. You have the flu, that's a legitimate reason. Your mom died, legitimate reason to call in. Things like that. But missing work because, Ariana Grande has a concert and you want to go, or Taylor Swift's coming and it's a concert and you want to go, that's not a good reason to call in and say you're sick, or you can't come in, or you're taking mental health day. You need legitimate reasons to call in. Mental health is always a gray area. So you could call in and be like, listen, I'm not feeling well, blah, 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 go about your day. But calling in and faking sick so you can go see T Swift in concert, not really a good reason to either call in and say I'm not coming in, or be a no call, no show. Being dependable shows you're committed to a company. Being diligent. So employees who are diligent are ones who work hard at their job. They give all their effort to their job to complete it with excellence, and they enhance the company by producing quality work that stands for itself. So you're able to do the things and not half butt it, okay? Self-discipline. Employees are self-monitoring. They focus on their job, limiting their actions to tasks that are related to work. So once again, being not disassociating at work and kind of going on your phone or trailing off, or daydreaming, really getting down to the nitty gritty and being disciplined to know I need to get X, Y, Z done before the end of the day. They avoid distractions like using their cell phone and surfing the internet on company hours, or finding ways to do cooler talk where you find other employees to talk to and avoid doing work completely. And finally, dedicated. So dedication in employees shows up in people who consistently go beyond the employer's expectations. They are people who never turn down a task, believing that no task is beneath them. They are persistent when they face a difficult challenge. They stick with tasks to completion. They are enthusiastic in their pursuit of excellence, and they take pride in the work they do. So Stephen Covey has this really great quote: just as we develop our physical muscles through overcoming opposition, so it's just lifting weights, we develop our character muscles by overcoming challenges and adversity. These are really helpful links here if you want to learn more about how to build rapport and becoming an invaluable employee. I highly suggest you look at them. But looking at the qualities of an employee, there we go. Looking at the qualities of an employee assignment. So you're going to have to identify 3 traits you think you exhibit. I left the infographic or the graphic here to help you out. And how you already exhibit by giving real world examples. So choose 2 more traits from the list above that you need to work on to improve, and explain what actions you can take to make improvement in these areas. And then you're going to go back and remember our skills on how to write a SMART goal to outline how you can make these improvements. I made this little chart here for you to just help keep you organized. So 3 traits you exhibit: 1, 2, 3. So you could say positive, dedicated, proactive. How I already exhibit this trait is by fill this in full sentences, full sentences, full sentences. 2 traits that you need to work on to improve: 1, use the sentence starter to help you out. 2, sentence starter. SMART goal planning area to help ensure you complete all 5 parts. Give me the 5 parts of the SMART goal you're working on. And then my finished SMART goal. SMART goal can go below here. So this is where you combine all those 5 parts together and write your finished goal. Actually, look at that. I am complete a SMART goal. Write it out right here in this orange area. So show me the steps, write it out in full. How you're being graded is down below here. Once again, really aiming for this level 3 area so you are able to demonstrate considerable understanding of personal responsibilities. So recognizing these 3 areas you need to work on in building that SMART goal. Demonstrates considerable understanding of how benefits and of benefits and costs of work. Why is that split? That is weird. And costs of work influence beliefs of qualities for an employee. So you can identify and explain 3 qualities they possess and 2 you need to work on. Use critical creative thinking process with considerable effectiveness. So how are you able to define your qualities? Are they able to show a plan to improve on traits that need to be worked on? Make connections within and between various contexts with considerable effectiveness. So this is looking at your SMART goal. If you need help, reach out. But this is what we're working on today. Tomorrow is going to be a cleanup day.